I know, I'm so good. Are you gonna help me? No. You won't be too helpful, I promise. All right, like, hold it down. All right, well, that was your entertainment. That's it. Nothing else to see here. Just kidding. All right, kids. We best do some arm circles. Start getting those shoulders nice and loosened up. I have come to love stretch day, especially after I work our legs real good. So let's get some nice big arm circles to start with. I do have my step out, but be not afraid. It's going to be pleasant today, I promise. All right. And then let's go ahead and get your fingers on your shoulders, keeping your shoulders down and your neck relaxed. Let's start tracing those paper plates with your elbows. Nice big squeeze. Really pinch those shoulder blades together. And try to open up your chest as you bring your elbows back. All right, just a couple more of those. All right. And then before we get into too much else, let's go palms up. And we're just going to do a little chest opener here. Rotate it just side to side. Let's do 2 more on each side. All right. And we're only going to do 5 of these. But let's squat it down, reach it, stand up, squeeze those shoulder blades back. All right, now the last one. Oh, actually, let's get your feet a little bit wider. And let's roll down. Let's go into a deep squat. I haven't done this one with you in a little bit. If you can, grab your feet and kind of push against your knees with your elbows. And we're going to just rock back and forth just a little bit. Really good to open up the hips. If that's not comfortable for you, maybe just kind of stop right there. Don't worry, we won't be down here for too long. But while we're down here, take one hand, place it in the middle of your feet, and let's get a nice rotation up. And switch hands. All right, bring it back to center. And then pushing out against your knees. Let's just roll up nice and slow. And come all the way up. Let's take a nice big breath in. And blow it out. Bring in your arms just right in front of you. Just round your shoulders. And bring it back. We usually do this in the tall plank. We'll do that too. And one more. Take it forward. And bring it back. All right. Change this a little bit. We kind of did this yesterday. But once again, let's roll down. We're going to walk your hands out right into that tall plank position. Okay, now no shoulder taps right now. Just walk yourself back up. Roll all the way up. Okay, let's do 4 more of those. Roll down. Let your neck relax. Walk out. Walk. All right, 3 more. Gentle roll down. All right, 1 more there. This time though, let's stay down. And then of course from this position, let's do the thing with the shoulders again. So sink them, round them up. Sink down, round them up. And 1 more, sink it down. And round them up. If you're feeling your glutes as much as I am, from this position, let's go ahead and do 3 leg extensions, and I'm going to bring that leg right up. Let's stretch those glutes and those hip rotators out. Shoot that leg underneath. Hang out there just for a second. And then go ahead and bring it right underneath your body. Oh, I love this one. Sink down as much as you're comfortable. And as you do that, really reach forward so you can kind of get those shoulders. All right, come on up. Let's do the other side. And last one, and shoot that leg underneath. I can't tell if my hips are square, but try to keep your hips square with the floor. And bring it up under your body. Sink down as much or as little as you're comfortable there. Reach those hands forward. Get a nice pull behind the shoulder blades. And let's bring it back up. Now, you know, from this position, what's coming? Let's bring 1 foot forward. Rotate up. We're going to alternate that 3 times on each side. Nice and controlled. Let's get 1 more on each side. All right. Come back into your tall plank position. Feet nice and wide. Let's kind of come up into, I guess that's a downward dog. I'm not a yogi really, but try to put your heels flat and really just push against the floor at the same time. We're going to stretch those calves a little bit. And then from here, just reach with opposite hands to touch opposite foot. One more on each side. All right. Walk yourself back down. We're going to come into a hover position. So your knees are not quite on the floor, just your toes. Rock back and forth there just a couple times. All right. Go ahead and set your knees down. And from here, we're going to go opposite arm and leg reach. Then I want you to bring that arm out to the side before you place it back down. Nice and controlled. We're trying to get longer, at least I am. All right, let's do 2 more of those on each side. I'm gonna change it a little bit. All right, now let's keep with the opposite arm and leg theme. Okay, but on this one, thumb starts at the top of your shoulder. I want you to try to reach straight up and down over your head. So your glutes are active. We're just getting some really good shoulder range of motion here. All right, 2 more on this side. We'll switch. As much as you can, try to keep your arm parallel to your shoulder. Your bicep should end up somewhere near your ear. Two more here. Oh, that should feel a little better. All right, before we move on, let's go one hand behind, and now your shoulders are moving a little better. Let's get a little thoracic rotation there. Let's do 2 more on this side. And go ahead and switch sides. Trying to get your elbow to go as close to the ceiling as you can. All right. Now, as long as we're down here, let's go one leg up to the side, get those adductors. I feel like we worked everything on our legs the past couple days. Find a spot where you feel a nice gentle stretch. Rock forward and back 3 times. And of course, on that last one, sink it back. And let's take the opposite arm, reach it underneath. All right, come on back up. Let's switch sides. Ooh, I put myself too close to the wall. There we go. All right, gently rock back and forth 3 times. And sink it back. Take that opposite arm, reach it underneath. All right, bring it back up. And then the next thing I want to do, if you have anything you can put your front foot on, it doesn't have to be a step, it could be a rolled up towel, step stool, ottoman, anything. You can even really do this standing for the chair. But I want to give us a little variation on our hip flexor stretches, just to get a little bit deeper. So we're going to try both front and rear foot elevated. But then we're going to kind of activate it here a little bit more. So putting the front foot up there, we're going to lean in. You should get this all underneath your hamstring and your glute at the same time. Squeeze that back glute. Let's give it a little side bend. And you know, I'm going to make it a little more interesting. I'm gonna bring the chair over here, just in case. And we're gonna try to grab onto that back foot with the front foot elevated. Yes, I need a little help balancing. Grab something if you do as well. Try to squeeze that glute of the leg that's back. Really get those hips opened up. And let's go ahead and switch sides. I'm definitely a fan of using whatever we got around the house. All right, so let's start with lean in. Squeeze that back glute. Let's give it a little side bend. All right. And if you can, back foot. Try to pull that foot as close to your butt as you can, but keep that glute squeezed in the back. All right. Gently set it down. I promise that was all I had planned for the step today. We'll just get that right out of the way. But I do want to continue to use the chair or a wall. I'm going to use the chair so you can see a little bit better. But if you've got a chair, you can push up against something. I want to go ahead and do alternating backward lunge, but pushing against something. Give yourself a little resistance. As you push, squat down, squeeze that glute. You should feel a little greater stretch there in the front. I love also doing this against a corner of the wall, or you can kind of get your arm up at the same time. That can be really helpful. But for now, let's just push it there. Alternate backward steps. Just focus on feeling the range of motion while you're actively pushing. Let's go 3 more of those on each side. Nice and slow. Last one on this side. And last one on that side. All right. We can get the chair out of the way. We will do some rear foot elevated as well, but I'll save that for a little closer to the end. All right, now let's go ahead and get next to, if you've got a wall or anything. If not, maybe you can do this against a tree or a fence or something like that. Let's get some of these nice wall circles that really allow you to open up your chest a little bit more. You try to get as close as you can without rotating towards the wall. So trying to keep your hips straight forward. Let's go 2 more there. All right, other side. And if you're really tight, you may need to get a little farther away. That's okay. Let's just go 2 more here. All right. And then, Glory, we're going right back down on the mat. Let's roll yourself down. Walk out. But this time, I'm going to bring you right to your side. Hold on to that top knee. And let's get, some nice T-spine openers here. As you let your arm go back, try to just give your knee a little extra pull, and you'll really feel that giving you another little stretch towards the top of your hip. Let's get 2 more on this side. Don't forget, give it that little extra pull. It does make a big difference. And flip it over. Hand on that top knee. Don't force it, let gravity take it. Let's go 3 more here. All right, last one. All right. Okay, let's go on your back. Make sure you have enough time to get it all there. Let's start arms out here. Just bring your shins towards the ceiling. Let's go 3 to each side, just gentle rock with the hips. Making sure to keep those arms on the floor. All right. And take one of those legs, let's extend it. I don't know about you, but I got some spots in my hamstrings that are telling me you did something yesterday. Just feel if you've got any tender spots in there. Nice flex and extend. Let's go 2 more here. Now just hold on to it. Bring that other one up. Let's go up and down just 3 times. All right, and let's switch legs. Take those fingers in. Kind of find if there's any sore spots in there and hang out with your fingers. So 2 more. And hold it. 3 times, up and down. All right. And before we're done, as promised, I really want to do just the rear foot elevated. I'm going to take my little mat, go over to my fancy dog bed here. And if there's anything you can put your foot up on, once again, it's just going to give us a deeper hip flexor stretch. More than holding your own foot, fold yourself back. Try to get your heel as close to your butt as you can without arching. Reach up with that same arm, little side bend. I spend so much time on these because I hear so much from people that, you know, the more they sit, of course, their lower back starts to bother them. And a lot of that's because our hip flexors get real tight when we sit. So if you feel like I'm doing a lot of hip flexor stretches, you're right. But this should feel like a much deeper stretch than normal. Doing it at the end because you're a little warmer and things should be moving a little better. Before we switch sides, let's go ahead, straighten the other leg, just a little static hamstring. But then let's go right into the other one. I like using this just because it's soft, it feels better that way. But you can put your foot on anything you have. Again, try to fold yourself back, getting that heel as close to your glute as possible. Squeeze that glute and give yourself a little side bend. Hang out for a second. All right, I can do that all day, but Like that, we're out of time. Oh my goodness. But can I tell you, when I first started trying to do these longer stretch classes, I thought, how am I going to fill up 25 minutes? Now I'm like, I want a longer one. Anyways,